An up-and-coming talent in the women's division.
If you ask Indi Hartwell herself, Cole, she's not up-and-coming. Indi believes she is already main event worthy.
The following contest is a last woman standing match. Making her way to the ring from Melbourne, Australia, Indi Hartwell.
Pretty cool fact here. Indi began her in-ring career at just 19 years old.
Or how about this, Michael? Indi Hartwell made her NXT and main roster debuts by the age of just 23.
I had my first match at 16. Where are my flowers? Why does no one talk about me? You guys are biased.
Perhaps the best female high flyer in WWE, Io Sky.
And you can never discount the backup, the control on the ground every time Io is
And
around.
opponent, representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Io Sky is a superstar who's always willing to push the envelope. She's absolutely fearless in the ring.
Yeah, Io's attacks and recklessness are definitely to be feared.
A woman who calls Rey Mysterio her inspiration, she is well on her way to becoming the Rey of the women's division.
Well, Rey would never stoop to the levels Io Sky has to get to the top. The WWE Universe loves a last man standing match, but they take a toll on these superstars. I can tell you that.
That's a true point, Byron. Many superstars have been unable to compete in events for weeks, even months after a last man standing match, due to the toll it's taken on their body.
But the flip side of that coin is a victory here could propel the winner into a stratosphere they've never seen before.
And you've always been a glass half full kind of guy, haven't you, Cole?
Oh my goodness! Kick to the spine. Knee strike. She is trying to shake the cobwebs, but she can barely stand.
Locking up with the collar and elbow.
Being driven to the ropes here. Good display of power.
Big right hand.
And now propped up in the corner.
Caught with a clothesline. Lining her up perfectly. I would feel what's coming next.
Springboard drop kick.
Oh.
No DQ means no rules and no mercy. But do some superstars take it too far?
If you ask me, you can never go too far. That's the whole point. This is a chance for these superstars to show us just how violent they can be in a match without limits.
And the truth is, the more violent you are, the better your chances of winning.
She's had a lot thrown her way already.
Outright malicious intent from Indi Hartwell there.
Indi has just become relentless.
Indi Hartwell is holding nothing back. Guess she was looking for her old pal named Kendo under there.
Oh, man! Sky able to steer clear.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
No, someone call a dentist.
Io looking for a submission, face first.
Now the Koji clutch locked in.
A submission won't win the match here, but it could do serious damage. And she releases her own submission. And I have to question as to why she would do that.
This looks like she's setting the foundation for a masterfully laid trap.
Okay, now she's rubbing salt in the wound.
She's back to a vertical base.
She is not done fighting.
This is a situation you want to avoid, and that definitely made solid impact.
sign of surrender here.
Io with a turnaround.
She is in a precarious position. Looking to inflict even more damage.
Now it's going to get ugly. It's going to get bad. Up to the top rope.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, Spanish fly. Io Sky with an absolutely spectacular display of offense.
I don't get this. She's barely paying attention to her opponent. She's supposed to be competing in a match here. She might want to turn her attention back to the match at hand.
Io Sky getting the crowd involved here.
She's back up before the count of 10.
Showing her determination. Jack, face first. All eyes are on Indy right now.
Getting back to a standing position. Going to try to continue here. Whoa. Forward smash. Oh, quick way to reach.
Io Sky floating over into the cozy clutch.
Submission maneuver is locked in, just sapping her out of energy. She needs...
And the agony has no reason to end as we see her tapping out in pain.
She might want to turn her attention back to the match at hand. Okay, she's taking her showboat a bit too far at this point.
That's 7. It's getting close.
And she's able to break the count.
She is showing a tremendous amount of heart here.
Oh, a drop kick.
On the mark. She's struggling and looking like an easy target.
She's headed out of the ring. Countouts are not a factor for her.
Oh, no. A sledgehammer. Better call paramedics right now.
Has a weapon, but is wasting time.
Well, you know what they say. If all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So her opponent better scram.
Evil intentions swirling as she gets ready to go to work with that hammer.
Landing a big hit with that hammer.
Getting out of harm's way.
I'll tell you, I thought this superstar was out of this match, but apparently not. What a comeback. And that attack left Io clearly feeling the effects of this match.
Indy is not going to squander an opportunity when it presents itself. And we just saw that.
Indy Hartwell is just begging for a fight. Ref's at 7.
Are we going to see any signs of life? Ooh, what a forearm club.
Across the top rope, all the way to the floor.
Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here.
Back into the ring she comes. It isn't over yet. Answering the count, the match goes on. What's she looking for under the ring?
I can already feel the sting of the kendo stick, and I do not care for it.
Hammerlock DDT. And it looks like the cruel streak in Hartwell has not been satiated.
What a destructive attack by Indy there. Rising back to her feet. She's still in this.
Referee's count broken. There's still more to go in this match. Indy Hartwell showing off a bit now.
Rising up and stopping the count here.
A display of defiance. Big forearm.
And she reversed it.
Got the leg.
What dragon screw.
That will destroy a knee.
Sky is feeling it, channeling that energy from the WWE Universe.
The heart of these competitors is showing through tonight.
The adrenaline is coursing through their veins. Rising back to her feet. She's still in this.
Referee's count broken. There's still more to go in this match.
The crowd is fully behind Io, and she knows it.
One step ahead of Indy there.
Io looking for a submission, face first. Can she finish it? Here it is. Koji clutch. It's got to be a... She can tap out all she wants. It's not going to put an end to the suffering.
The crowd is fully behind Io, and she knows it.
Officials count at 7.
We're close to the end.
Putting an end to the ref's count there.
She gets around the attack.
Big forearm. Oh, man, by the hair. Hair whip. And Hartwell's showboating right now. She's back to a vertical base.
She is not done fighting. Uh-oh.
Well-placed punch, ugly, but effective.
Uh-oh, Phil Nelson versus Tio.
Can that finish Io?
I don't get this. She's barely paying attention to her opponent. She's supposed to be competing in a match here. Referees count at 7. This could be it.
The genius of the sky showing off a little bit for the folks on the ground.
Reversal from Hartwell. Lifted and completely helpless here.
And Hartwell's showboating right now.
All right, we got it the first time. Let's get back to business. Okay, she's taking her showboating a bit too far at this point. That'll turn your lights out.
And she's looking intent on delivering something big here.
Gets lifted into position.
Into the foot slam. Sky is feeling it, channeling that energy from the WWE Universe. Ooh.
Here we go. Time to work out some aggression.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Slugging away with everything they've got. WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out. Oh, ouch. Ooh. Who will break first? That is the question.
Each exchange just sucking the energy from these two.
This is what's going off with everything they've got now. Oh, jeez, looking absolutely rocked.
Hammerlock DDT. Indy's got the juices flowing now, gentlemen.
Okay, now she's rubbing salt in the wound. We might be in the final moments of this match.
Gotta dig deep.
And that ends the count. Eagles answer before 10.
Oh, nothing fancy with that boot.
I am feeling a titanic shift roaring through this crowd right now.
Well, you're not the only one, Saxton. It's all coming to a head now.
I don't get this. She's barely paying attention to her opponent. She's supposed to be competing in a match here. And she's able to break the count.
She is showing a tremendous amount of heart here.
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this.
Io moved at the right time.
Io looking for a submission, face first. The Koji clutch is locked in.
And she's tapping, but it doesn't even matter. It can't save her here.
The genius of the sky showing off a little bit for the folks on the ground.
Enough of this. She needs to refocus on the task at hand now. Okay, she's taking her showboating a bit too far at this point.
Knockout victory. This one is over.
looks like she won't be gloating again anytime soon.
That had to be one of the matches of the year. Let's take another look at some of the action.
Here is your winner, Io Sky.
Io Sky standing tall here tonight.
The genius of the Sky once again staking her claim.
Here comes the Queen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Corey, many people believe Charlotte may be the best pure athlete the women's division has ever seen.
It's hard to argue that statement. Charlotte Flair has backed up every claim she has made since arriving in WWE.
Multi-time champion, history maker, record setter. Charlotte has accomplished it all in such a short period of time.
She is truly a once-in-a-generation competitor.
And her opponent, from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China!
China was inducted into the Hall of Fame as a part of D-Generation X.
A well-deserved honor for the ninth wonder of the world.
Yeah, a true game-changing superstar for the entire women's division.
You're right, Byron. China set a whole new standard as to what women can achieve in sports entertainment. I'm excited for the upcoming display of athleticism we're going to get from China.
Yeah, how about the truly unmatched strength of China? China's opponent is going to have her hands full.
You have Charlotte Flair here, a talent who eats, sleeps, and breathes this business and does nothing but train endlessly.
Yeah, you would think with all that training on the top of her inherent abilities and natural athleticism that Charlotte wouldn't have to rely on bullying tactics and mind games and shortcuts. So much then.
Byron, I really don't think Charlotte so much has to rely on those things as she prefers to use them. After all, she learned everything she knows from the dirtiest player in the game himself.
And then when it comes to China, she's a one-of-a-kind wonder. No nonsense, just straight displays of power and strength.
it never gets less impressive either. Every time Chyna's in the ring, it's just something to marvel at.
Down on the shoulder.
Oh, no. She could be caught here. Bad situation for her.
A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Shoulder clothesline. Oh, man. Looks like her opponent's not going to need a chiropractor.
Trampling the opposition.
With Charlotte Flair, there's always that danger looming of her deep knowledge of torturous submissions.
Yeah, Cole, and that's why you have to protect your limbs at all costs. The best way to do that's by keeping a careful distance between yourself and Flair. It's not going to be easy, but it should work.
And into the collar and elbow.
Being overtaken here, driven into the corner.
Position on the top rope.
Uh-oh, are we going to see it? I think so. She's looking at it early. She kicks out with authority.
This isn't even close to over. That's how you wear down your opponent.
Crank in the head.
Oh, my God.
Axe handle from the middle rope. Elbow drop. Point for the cover. Charlotte's still in this.
Those one counts getting harder and harder to kick out of. Ooh.
Stops that offense from connecting. What a way to capitalize on the mistake. Uh-oh. She turns it around with the reversal. Look at this, Byron.
Figure four head silver drink.
Oh, swept through and escape. That was pretty. She's in a bad way here.
All the way up.
Across the top rope. Stun gun. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. And Charlotte, she can end this thing right here. She overcomes the pinfall attempt.
She shows that she's far from finished.
That's why you don't step to the queen.
The queen is looking to put this thing away.
Figure four locked in. She's got a bridge, Corey. Figure. Let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind. Now look at this laser focus. She's looking to put this to bed.
Quick thinking from Chyna.
Look at this.
Oh, from the rope.
Look at Chyna taking in all the energy from the crowd.
Headed back into the ring.
Forcing her right out of the ring.
She's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room.
Lands face first. Counters with an attack on Chyna.
Has control of their opponent.
Fall away slam. Into a kip up.
Neck breaker excellently executed. Ooh. The queen setting up. Opponent and drops the knee.
If she's not careful, that's it. She'll be counted out.
The Queen now going up.
Up high, cross body. Huge boot.
So hard into the ring post.
Chyna's being stifled in this one.
The Queen is holding the leverage in this match, followed by a stop.
Taking on even more brutal damage there.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer a good defense will even matter at this point.
Charlotte with the spear.
Shoulders down. She might have her. Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going. The Queen looking to finish things off. Here's the figure 4.
Let's go over submission hold.
Not sure what she's got planned here.
Deep, deep trouble here for Chyna.
Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte. Natural selection.
Bow to the crown. It's over.
The cover.
Yes, Charlotte wins. How about another look at some of the highlights?
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte wins here quite impressively.
The Queen demands everyone bow down as she ascends to her throne once more. A Hall of Famer who is as classy as they come.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, Stacy Keibler.
Sure, Stacy had her detractors back in the day. I'd just call them jealous.
Well, we do know that Stacy's always ready to kick up the intensity inside the ring.
Stacy Keibler, a lifelong sports entertainment fan, got to live out her dreams in the ring.
And let's not forget, Stacy Keibler has inspired many others to do the same.
The man has arrived.
And the WWE Universe is on their feet.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the man, Becky Lynch.
The man has an unmatched confidence and swagger about herself.
Becky's about to stake her claim as the man.
Yeah, I don't see her claim being denied here tonight.
Became the first women's double champion when she beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but every once in a while, that much confidence can be detrimental, especially when you're a target. Everyone wants to make a name off of the man.
Here we go with Stacy Keibler, ready for action. From Nitro Girl to deep.
Kick to the knee. La Maestro cradle, perfectly applied.
A kick out. This one's not over yet.
The ref barely started the count.
All tied up now.
A big shot.
Locking up. Demonstrating power here, able to drive the opposition to the ropes.
In the face. Collar and elbow tie-up.
Turning it into the waistlock. Countering out and cinching in the headlock. And regains position with the head scissors now.
You know she's thinking she can end it all here.
Stacy gets her back. Kick right to the knee. This could be it here, guys. Wrapping him up.
Look at this.
Yes, La Maestro, shoulders down.
This match is not going to end so soon.
Spin kick to the midsection. Really challenging Keibler with that.
And that unrelenting drive of Becky just paid off. She's going in for the pin.
A kick out before the referee can get to one.
Well, she thought she saw a chance to gain the fall, but obviously was mistaken.
Ooh, avoided the attack with a nasty chop block. Uh-oh, this is not going to be pretty. Leg breaker.
Stomp to the leg.
Corey, any advice for Becky Lynch in this one?
All Becky needs to do is trust her gut and go with what she knows. A proven commodity like Becky doesn't need to reinvent the wheel when she gets going. Becky just needs to continue to use the tools that have carried her this far.
Takedown. Helicopter spin.
This is ridiculous. This is insulting.
This is a cover. Could this be it?
And the kick out by Becky Lynch.
An almost instantaneous kick out there. A lot of work left to do.
Big cover now.
Is it enough to keep her down?
Stops the count before it, too.
Clearly, she's still got a lot of fight left in her.
Big boot. Oh, perfect kick.
A pin. This might do it.
She kicks out with force.
This is going to come down to who wants it more.
We know what Stacy's thinking here.
Becky Lynch rolls through, and there it is.
Disarm her! Disarm her! Disarm her! And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her. Becky in full control here. Is that what it takes to beat Stacy?
There's two. And a victory. What a win she picks up here tonight. We got our money's worth with that one. Take a look.
here is your winner, the man, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch battles her way to the win here.
Really no surprise. You can't overestimate the sheer willpower of Becky Lynch.
Here comes the talented Maxine Dupree.
Michael, it's pronounced Dupree.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Alpha Academy from Phoenix, Arizona, Maxine Dupree.
A woman who joined WWE in search of the top modeling talent, but is now competing alongside the Alpha Academy.
Well, once you find a model like Otis, you really can't get any better.
I'll have to take your word for it, Saxton.
Please do.
Every time Maxine competes, she seems to pull an amazing new trick out of her bag.
That's the Academy training at work, Cole. You are looking at their newest star student.
Lyra Valkyria is on the hunt.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
A woman has found near immediate success after getting drafted to the main roster.
A Queen of the Ring finalist, the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion. The sky is the limit for Valkyria.
Maxine Dupree may seem bubbly and even vapid at times, but she's a smart competitor with a ton of energy. Not taking her seriously in the ring might be the worst mistake you could make.
Dupree has shown us that she is dedicated to improving her skill set and becoming a bigger threat in between the ropes. When Maxine sees an opportunity, she gives it all.
You really do have to respect that. Dupree has a lot to prove, but she's ready to do just that.
Lyra Valkyria is the real deal, though, and you can't expect her to back down from this fight.
She is the hunter, and she's always looking for her prey. It's best to watch your step around a talent like Valkyria.
Ooh, right to the face. And they tie up with a collar and elbow.
Being driven back and is getting cornered now. Pow, what a shot.
Uh-oh. There's Maxine with a counter. Oh, clothesline.
Got the opponent set up. Drop kick to the back.
A quick finish. Can she do it?
And the shoulders up. She still has a lot more in her. Toss down.
I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match hoping to get chucked around like that.
Measured kick to the vertebrae. Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
She's locked in, looking to go for something big.
Not looking good in this position. And Maxine has picked up the pace.
And this is just what you have to do against Valkyria. Not letting her experience get in your head. Not letting her intimidate you. Just staying on her.
And that will take a bit of the fight out of Lyra.
Yeah, and that can be a building block for Maxine to build upon. Heaved aside. Jeez. Just a perfect mix of pure power and bad intentions. Oh!
Ah, look at this.
Oh, putting focus on the arm here.
Lyra Valkyria thinking big. Oh, diving leg drop. Knew what Valkyria had coming. Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable athleticism.
Will this be enough? And she's not done yet.
Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating. Has the leg trapped. Fisherman suplex.
Count-out rule is active as she heads to the floor. Back into the ring she goes.
Getting to her feet here. Stumbling into the lion's den.
A cross body from the middle rope. Ooh. Counter. Saw it coming. Caught with the double axe handle.
Their shoulders are down. This could be it.
Fends off the 3 count.
The end was in sight.
Just like that, she turned it around. Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver.
Dupree has taken a lot of damage on her face, and it is showing now.
There's Maxine with a counter.
Stepped aside, avoiding damage. Some agility gets her out of dodge.
Lyra Valkyria powering up her opponent. Nightwing connects.
It's over. Maxine is done.
2 count. It's over. Valkyria takes it. These ladies put on quite a show. Here's another gander.
Here is your winner, Lyra Valkyria.
This one got away from Maxine Dupree.
Maxine Dupree really gave her all.
But her all wasn't good enough. Hopefully she'll use this as a learning moment.
One of the most dangerous competitors the women's division has ever seen, Io Sky.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Io becomes more vengeful, more vicious as each opponent suffers her wrath.
Well, this is the Io Sky era, and you must understand Io will do whatever she deems necessary to maintain her position as a champion and main event competitor in WWE. Io is one of the premier aerialists in the game today.
A former Miss Money in the Bank who knows all about gold. Io's held the women's singles and tag team championships in NXT and WWE.
The Queen of WWE is here.
And her opponent from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Corey, what's going through Charlotte's mind right now?
Well, they say the eyes are the keys to the soul. If you look in Charlotte Flair's, she doesn't look bothered at all. She looks ready.
Byron, you have followed Charlotte's career since she arrived on the scene at NXT.
Yeah, I remember Charlotte's first match on NXT, and boy, has she created her own exclusive path of success here in WWE.
We talk a lot about Charlotte's gracefulness in the ring, so I suppose it really is no surprise that she insists on being called the Queen of WWE.
Yeah, but not just the Queen of WWE, Cole, the Queen of all eras. A title she earned, a title she's maintained with every distinguished move she makes in the ring. Every devastating statement she makes against the peasants she lowers herself to face for the enjoyment of the unwashed masses.
Charlotte's point of view certainly has legs, but I sometimes wonder if you realize we don't actually live in a monarchy, Corey.
And the genius of the Sky stands across the ring, determined look on her face. You can see it in her eyes. Io Sky is all business, gentlemen.
Yeah, no nonsense, no regard for her competition. That's what Io Sky is all about, both in and out of the ring. Turns it around with a chin lock.
Boom!
Sharp knee right into the spine. Right on the arm.
Oof. Oh boy, here it comes. Will she get it fully locked in?
Submission. A single leg camel clutch and a great counter.
Spinning heel kick.
Looks like Io is wavering a bit now.
Yeah, as Charlotte was clearly asserting her dominance.
Hoisted up high here.
Piercing the throat. She's struggling to get back up, but she's about to feel so much worse.
A cross body from the middle rope. Can she do it here? Kick out before the ref's count.
Not even close. Boom! We know that Charlotte likes to take a methodical approach to her matches, which is why you should try and up the pace when you're in the ring against her. Be the one to make Charlotte have to catch up for once.
Not a bad idea, Corey. She kicks out in one.
Fighting hard to stay in this match. Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Escapes out of that attack.
Hammering down on the knee.
That was on target. Hard to remain on your feet after that.
That was nasty.
Ouch. Caught her.
Spinning heel kick.
She wants to seize the moment now, waiting on her opponent.
Reversed.
the panic is setting in.
Showing the world just how much fight she's got left. This is quickly turning into a slugfest.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
Both superstars just unloading, putting it all on the line.
That shot ends things.
Got the arm trapped. Looking for Levi Star Cradle.
She powers out immediately there.
Easy kick out there, but they'll get harder soon.
Range down an elbow in retaliation.
And the Queen hits a spear.
Right there, Charlotte showed that.
She's got her pin. This might be the end. Breaks the close count.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on.
And she just avoided some serious damage.
Drop kick on the mark. And Charlotte being met with defiance there.
A full display of ruthlessness.
Watch out.
The genius of the sky with a moonsault.
That might topple the Queen.
That's it. Io Sky gets it done. Let's take another look at these ladies going toe-to-toe.
Here is your winner, Io Sky.
Io Sky celebrating tonight's win.
Charlotte almost in denial of the result of this match.
Of course she is, Saxton. Clearly something must have gone wrong.
Here comes the man!
When you're Becky Lynch, every night is a perfect one to start a fight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, her man, Becky Lynch!
A woman who has devoted her career to elevating the women's division.
Arguably the hardest working competitor in the women's division.
And she's also a leader, and she's a trailblazer. Became the first women's double champion when she beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but every once in a while, that much confidence can be detrimental, especially when you're a target. Everyone wants to make a name off of the man.
No protection, no sanctuary. Lyra Valkyria has arrived.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria!
Lyra possesses amazing technical wrestling abilities, which have worked great as equalizers against tougher opponents.
And Lyra has used those skills to slay some of the biggest names in WWE, like Io Sky and Becky Lynch. Well, one thing is you have to answer Becky's amazing in-ring IQ and willingness to do anything to win.
Well, if she can find the right strategy, it'll change her career.
A woman who knows how to keep her eyes on the prize. Lyra Valkyria is on the hunt tonight.
Ready to make the ring. Pitfall attempt there from Becky Lynch. And she kicks out.
She's trying to drain some energy with that early cover.
A quick reversal from her. Moonsault.
Incredible agility.
That extra rotation creates
Double underhook. Sit out, slam into an armbar. She fights her way out of the armbar.
Ooh! Back and forth we go.
big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up. Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Oh, a shot to the back of the neck.
Becky Lynch has enjoyed a long and decorated in-ring career, but that also means she's racked up a long and decorated list of injuries. I'm just saying, a smart competitor would look to zero in on some of those problem areas, so to speak.
Fair point, Corey. That's a ruthless, albeit cunning strategy to take on the man. Throws her back in from ringside. Oh, launching himself from cover here. No, a kick out.
And those kickouts are only going to get harder. Oh, now she's looking to apply the pressure with this submission maneuver.
Oh, my God. Super you. Fujiwara. Oh, nice way to get out.
Lift it up. What's next?
Down. Brutal. Setting up. Uh-oh, the inverted figure four leg lock. Tap. Tap.
Ooh, that foils Lynch.
What a shot. This superstar making an incredible comeback.
Tapping deep into the end. She's got her pin. She was close to the end there.
She is still fighting, still keeping this going.
Peeling their opponent off of the ground, hooking the leg.
Fisherman's Buster.
Cashing in on that effort.
Just a two.
There's some shock in the arena after that kick out.
Oh, the reversal by Becky.
Becky is setting up for her. Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Made it to the rope, and the hold must be released.
That could have ended very badly. And Becky now getting in position. Becky Lynch from behind.
Oh, with an Annie slam.
Can Lyra Valkyria survive this?
And into the cover. There it is. Becky Lynch is your winner. Let's take another look at these women in action.
here is your winner, the man, Becky Lynch.
And all of Lyra's efforts couldn't cut it tonight.
Coming out on the losing side of this battle, Lyra Valkyria is going to have to regroup.
Make way for the evil genius of the sky.
And an evil genius who is now in control.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Io's not happy with merely defeating your opponent. She wants to be the cause of their downward spiral.
Io is done waiting for her opportunity. Now she's slaying whoever crosses her path and taking all the accolades in the process.
Oh, what a tall task for this woman here tonight, trying to prove she's worthy.
Much easier said than done, Cole. We know Becky Lynch is always at the top of her game.
The man is here.
Becky Lynch never backs down from a fight, and as a result, has earned everyone's respect.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the man, Becky Lynch.
From underdog to the top of the food chain.
Becky Lynch is ready for a fight and ready to put everyone on notice.
It is amazing in such a short period of time, Becky Lynch has become one of the most popular superstars in WWE. Became the first women's double champion when she beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but every once in a while, that much confidence can be detrimental, especially when you're a target. Everyone wants to make a name off of the man.
Here we go, one of the most dominant women the WWE has ever seen, Becky Lynch.
Becky has a truly incredible fighting spirit. She's proven that no matter the opponent, no matter the circumstance, she's giving it everything she has and then some.
Yeah, Byron, it's certainly an uphill battle to even come close to matching Lynch's energy in the ring. Down for the pin. Lifts up the shoulder.
Early one count, just to wear her down a bit.
My, what elevation!
And Io gets pounced on. Ooh, Becky just...
Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
Floats over into the Fujiwara armbar. Great counter, that Fujiwara armbar.
Collar and elbow.
Turn things around into the waistlock from behind. Able to pry out and gain control around the waist.
Finds the switch and is able to gain control with the headlock. Ooh!
And into the side headlock.
finding a way out to get the top wrist lock here.
You can tell she's got her right where she wants her.
Oh, a drop kick
on the mark. Have to imagine that's a blow to Becky's ego and confidence.
Yeah, Io inflicting real damage.
Soaring!
All the way to the outside.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent. Stomping. Ouch.
Io's capturing the momentum now. Becky's facing adversity here. She better get back to the ring. Not much time left. Run out of ringside and back to the mat. Beats the count. And that was a little too close for comfort.
Hurricanrana.
Lynch reversing the momentum on her.
Time now for Becky to get her energy up and claw back into the fight.
Kicks out on the pinfall attempt.
A truly impressive...
Oh, get ready. She knows exactly what she's doing with this submission hold.
The hold is a single leg camel clutch and a great counter.
Io looking for a submission face first. It's locked in, the Koji clutch. Cole, you have to imagine tapping out here would be humiliating for the man.
No. Letting go of her hold here.
Maybe she thinks enough damage has been done.
Watch out!
Compressing them with a splash.
Ending up in harm's way yet again.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate, to start going for Hail Mary play.
She is in a precarious position. Looking to inflict even more damage.
Now it's going to get ugly. It's going to get bad. Up to the top rope.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Avalanche Spanish fly. Io doing whatever she has to. She's ready to defy gravity itself if that's what it takes to win.
Up high.
Picture perfect moonsault. That's it. Io just ended it.
2, 3, no! 2 count.
Becky wanted everything her opposition could throw at her, and I think Lynch just survived the biggest artillery there was to offer.
I don't think Io is going to let that kick out phase her. If anything, it added fuel to her fire. Wasting no time. Into the cover. What a performance and what a win. Now let's take a look back at some of the great action.
Here is your winner, Io Sky.
What a win for Io Sky.
Even the man gets stopped from time to time.
Just extra motivation for Becky Lynch next time.